So the ship has been around for a long time now. It used to be really popular with the free Furious Small Folk medals you could get from it, and the badges you could get yourself with the exploration coins, because they allowed you to just get attack badges of your choice, which had never been seen in the game before that. And you'd open badge chest after badge chest and just get walls and bow stuff, so this really you minimize the luck element of it, of your badge progression. Plus, it's obviously got a lottery aspect to it, which is always going to attract people, it's always going to be fun. If you win the jackpot, it's amazing and helps so much of your account. But now it's dropped off a bit in terms of effectiveness, I think, with things like the badge wheel events making attack badges a little easier to come by, the Furious Small Folk medals no longer being attached to the milestone rewards, and just the general power creep in the game. The rewards in it have never gotten better, but then you've seen stuff like Awakening come out, and that can be such a diamond sink, especially the epic tokens if you're going for them every day, that there just isn't really enough diamonds to go around to do everything at once unless you're spending insane amounts of money. So I used 1,000 compasses on both the normal and legendary routes and wrote down every single thing that dropped, so that I could compare both to see which was a better bet. I didn't win the jackpot on either, I didn't get a ton of free runs, so they're pretty fair sample sizes, I think. The loot tables are a little bit different, with stuff like Alliance quest refreshers and Werewood hearts for normal when they aren't there for legendary, but I've made a few graphics to compare the main stuff. So with speed ups, it's pretty equal there, you see, for normal, but then research and training is significantly higher for normal. They're not huge numbers either way, you don't get that much, so I don't think there's much value to be found there in terms of speed ups for that amount of diamonds. Like 200k diamonds for 1,000 compasses is a lot, but normal just pulls ahead there from my data. And then there's expedition, so motivation and endurance. I'm surprised this was so close, to be honest. The general consensus I've always heard is normal is significantly better for motivation, which it's still pulled out as, but it was fairly close. Both give quite a lot of motivation either way, but normal is just slightly ahead, especially with the honor token system now. Like buying motivation with diamonds I think is more popular than ever, so that amount of motivation for diamonds is not a bad trade at all, to be honest. You can definitely make an argument for that being decent value. And then chests, this is an interesting one. So in terms of gear, again with the Kingsguard set, these are actually good now. I mean, you could say they were good before, but they're even better now. So normal here tested significantly higher than legendary actually. It gave like 2-3 times as many chests. Not insane amounts really, but still a decent amount more, so normal pulls ahead there. But then the interesting thing with the other type of chests is legendary was the only one to give badge chests. You'll get some for free from the milestone rewards either way, plus the exploration coins, but normal doesn't seem to have badge chests even in their loot table. So if you're looking to progress your badges, legendary might be a better bet. And then resources, this was a total blowout for normal, especially on grain and gold. I think I got a 20 mil grain item in there on normal, which really boosted those numbers up, and I didn't even get one for legendary. So normal wins here, but it's resources. Does anyone really care for that? There's some value there, but if you're throwing 200k diamonds out, I don't think resources are something that are really a priority for you at that point. And then VIP points, legendary has about 10 times as many from these two runs I did, which puts it way ahead if you're pushing towards VIP 15 for the total buffs. This is a very good way of getting VIP points. It gives a lot. If you do it like every month, say, it will really add up and push you closer and closer towards that goal. And then diamonds, This is interesting because this is very, very luck based. It depends how many times you get into the cave, obviously. So I think on my run for legendary, I ended with maybe 700 more exploration coins than I did normal. So this could just entirely be luck. Like if I got into the cave one more in legendary, it would probably be equal. But I do think normal probably has a slightly higher floor of the amount of diamonds you can get back generally. That's somewhat anecdotal from previous experiences and what I've spoken to with others before, but I think that's how it normally goes. So you can win bigger with legendary, but you can also throw away your diamonds a bit easier. So that's all the data. Overall, I don't think either is worth it realistically. I think your diamonds are probably better spent on awakening stuff. Like books and epic tokens especially can just cost so much. I'd probably save my diamonds for them and just ignore the ship. Even though it can be fun to just throw your hat in the ring and hope for the jackpot. But it's very, very unlikely you're going to win it. And I'm not sure it's worth the risk. If you want to go for it for fun, I mean, all power to you, I won't blame anyone for that. If you win it, it will be such an exciting moment. We've had a few people in our alliance win it before. But what I do with a ship at the moment is just buy up to, or go up to 50 compasses every time it's out, just for the free photo shard on the milestone reward, and I just leave it. And I did actually win the mini jackpot like a month or two ago from doing that with just the normal routes. And I think I'm gonna stick to that personally. Like if you want badges or VIP points, legendary is better, and for everything else, normal seems to be a bit better.